both. I think I had one, and others of the black ones, so, but I didn't always number them, and some got deleted, and some were technical difficulties. It is Friday, October 18th, 2024, and it's 6 a.m. I had it scheduled for 10:15 from yesterday. I scheduled it yesterday and decided to do the 6 to do now instead. So, anyways, I'm setting up watching Good Morning Kentucky, and it's cold now at night. It's the 60s, but that's not. Forgot. I love my baby. Urgency and difference. Step off of him. Whoever's Jennings, but so anyways, I had a disability. The disability was denied weeks ago, and at the same time I applied for disability, I applied for SSI also. So anyways, the disability was denied weeks ago, and the SSI is still ongoing. I had my first appointment, which was like last Tuesday, just a couple days ago, or a few days ago, whatever. Anyways, so I went to it, and I didn't get nothing, by the way. But I never have. That's like the fourth or fifth one I went to. So anyways, I had other appointments coming up on this coming Tuesday. Today's Friday, so in 2 days. And yesterday, somebody called in the caller ID Cindy, and whenever I answered it, they had called to tell me that both of my appointments had been canceled because there was no bearing for them, because there was enough information in the file to come to a decision. So if they can give me the decision over the phone, that I have to wait. I'd have to call the disability office back or wait on the mail. So anyways, one phone call, like 5 or 6 different options. Once to give me the decision over the phone and said I had to call them back. I think it was I called them back, but I called them voicemail and told them what was going on, and when they called me back, I got like 5 or 6 different versions of what to do and what was going on. So I don't know if Paul can be trusted or But the caller did come up in a disability. So, anyways, it's not looking good because it were they wouldn't have scheduled the appointments unless they were needed, which means they wouldn't have been canceled. So, one was at Baptist Health Hospital and one was at Dr. John's that does nothing but disability. So, anyways, my glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel is no more. It's now out, and I'm now screwed. And it was done nervously as always. So, I didn't know nothing about the packet. I'd never, I've been to several of those appointments, the psych appointments, never got anything from there. So, anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I was depending on both appointments. I don't think we've had anything to do with it. It was strictly about just a disability app. They aren't allowed to use disability for anything I'm aware of. Well, regardless, you guys shouldn't have had the outside one. So, anyways, I don't know if the calls can be or not. I have reason to doubt the calls. I also have reason to believe I was supposed to leave with a packet. That way I would have my other two appointments and I would know what to do. And instead I did nothing and got the two existing appointments canceled. So congratulations to whoever the outside influence is and whoever's doing it. Take a great deal of pride in that, I'm guessing. So anyways, I don't know what's gonna happen. There's a rumor that I'm supposed to have a warrant, that I've had a warrant since 2009, and it's supposedly over a murder watch, which was identity theft, and that it was noted in the system because the one they were looking for was much taller. Or was taller. I was also told it was because of an investigation that was started. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I don't know what's gonna happen. One side of things is that I have to be out by my aunt's birthday, which is December 1st. So I don't know if that hasn't been confirmed. I don't know. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Their kid and his family is supposedly wanting to move back in, which I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed or denied. It's something. It's right now. It's hearsay or rumor or whatever. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But anywho, I'm frowned upon or yelled at for putting all of that out there because they didn't. Some people didn't know, and a lot of the identity theft and mimicking me and moving me over this last year has been because of those two apps. So now that they're going to be concluding in the next week, maybe things a little down. I just have to figure out living my living situation before I end up homeless because it's fall and it in winter and already so cold out that I wouldn't make it out. And it's not a sympathy thing, that's a fact thing. I told you if you guys put me through this again and cost my residence or address that I would make it out. So you guys can step in and take my spot, which I think is what's going on. I think you guys are planning on stepping into my spot as me and keeping my income. Or using my identity as an excuse to explain your income, which is what's happened. Just 9 addresses I've had, so I'm not shy about the fact that I have a sociopath actor who gets at me any chance they can, and I'm not shy about the fact that I'm a victim of identity theft either. I know you're watching. I know you hear me. It is a real person. It's a real sociopath who has studied me for most of my life, and it's been made known. It's also been investigated in person. So you guys can laugh at me and make fun of me all you want. Some of you, where you move me locations and serve me up, you know who you serve me up to, and you know that's what you're doing. Who said hey, Angie? I didn't hear that last part. The celebrities that freaking were supposedly hired hands and that supposedly have the vendetta with me seriously need to step off, and I don't know if you're a trafficking victim or not, and I'm sticking myself out there a little far by saying that because I've already got it because of that. But there's no basis for it, no reason for it. The gold watch has been investigated, so it's a bedroom suit. So it needs to stop. So does my identity theft. It was supposedly started over simple DNA and needing my organs or plasma or other bodily fluid was one. With one, it was much different. With one, it's been a lifelong thing. With one, it's solely about using my identity and history. It's also has organized crime involved in it. Whoever it is has an issue with me being me. I don't know what's wrong with the screen. I'm back at 1314. I know what happened to my 1314. I know what happened to my connection. My screen went black and it's now. Connection. My screen went black and it's now. I don't know if my feed got overtook or not. I wouldn't know it, and it would most likely be moved elsewhere, which means there may be another feed going somewhere. Lost connection 1350 and now back. Anyways, thank you. Connection 1350 and now back. Anyways, thank you for having the same problems. I can't hold on to nobody and can't have stability. Those are my disability paperwork over my 3 appointments. I wasn't the one I heard or seen, so I have no idea where you're going with that. It's not illegal, it's completely legal. Trust me on that one. There is some interfering also, and it's namely because his wife, or whatever part he keeps as his wife, it uses my identity. And he keeps telling me that I can't get it until he gets his retirement back because he's not gonna take his wife's income from her. And somebody connected him, even went to the ER, told him not to treat me or my kids because he had the only originals there were. That's why we can't get medical treatment. Anyways, I've completely restart, and now I'm back at sure the feed owner if it's switching servers or links or what. So, anyways, back to Good Morning Kentucky Anna, I guess, for now. If for them to cancel my appointments, it just means I'm most likely denied, but they said that it was pending and that I would know in a week. There's a couple of scenarios that could be true, and where I would still get them, even with not getting the packet. But the chances are slim. So yeah, either way, somebody up to something. It shouldn't have been denied, or the appointment shouldn't have been canceled either way. The appointment should have went through. Since Marion was a little girl, she had her sights set on the sky and spectrum connect like the sky to her feet. As the more improved her dreams grew, evolving and elevating through the connectivity and possible spectrum. Switch to spectrum and the aircraft $30 a month with them and send it with a 3-year price guarantee and no contract. Call 1-800-344-9975. Supposedly related to or connected to the woman, to the psych chart that basically hates me. I don't know how else to put it. It's if you just your homework, if you would it's improving. You try and look like I'm in counting. It's like a half a dozen times I was connecting, it started back. That may be the time that started having remember. Paperwork. But I've got the threat against me. It's my surroundings, which I think is going on with my app. That would prevent me. It would be considered a form of. It would be a threat to where I wouldn't be able to do anything like that. So whoever created this, and I'm sure it was most likely the woman herself, has put a lot of thought and planning into it. And what you don't get is she had me the first time. It's the rest. It's choose after certain people. And much like last, every time this happens, when you guys comply with her and you get it to happen, when my imposter steps in as me and it happens whether I'm here or not, they manage to step in with me. She could step in here, she could be stepping in me right now in the very next room, and I wouldn't know. But anyways, whenever it happens and she steps starts getting backing and starts ruining all of you, don't blame me or my freaking kids, which is what's been going on for the last 10 years. Actually, it's been going on for the last 3 decades. So, those of you can sit around and smile like you feel like you've done something because you think I'm such a bad person, but I'm truly not. You guys can start reading about my family has been created in it. My husband has a death certificate and a tombstone and an actual medical report. You guys keep trying to get to make it look like you're moving me out of my legal residence and moving me with my husband at an unknown location. That's not the case. Actually, it's not the case. Passed away at University of Louisville, Kentucky Hospital. There was also rumor that he was at King's Daughters Hospital. He also sent from Scott County Jail to Scott County Memorial and then stat fight at Louisville. It may be 2 different men. There was numerous men in the hospital whenever he went. But the fact remains is that he was in the hospital. He didn't have doctors' test results. So the facade that you guys point is the case, and you guys keep serving up first, which is why we're in the shit we're in. And that's why I never know where my kids are. So for those of you that are butting in because you're your family or because whatever reason, you need to know what you're talking about and who you're sending us to before you do it, because you don't have the right to move us at all. No, Uncle Tom and Donna don't have to keep us, but they do have to tell us in person. Do you not get that? I am mentally disabled, but there are still things that can be done. And the fact that you're pointing out says something. If my husband is walking around, which is possible, then he's most likely being held as someone else, which means he's under mind control. And most of you went to his funeral. So for you to be able to sit up there and tell everybody that it doesn't bounce me, especially after it was all of you that passed my aunt and uncle to have guardianship of my kids 12 years ago. When you guys were also pressing for me not to be seen or not to have medical treatment, which is why I was in the shape I was in. No, you guys were against me moving it. You don't talk to me like that. Yeah, you may be Uncle Tom's flesh and blood, and I'm not. I'm Aunt Donna's flesh and blood, though. And I am tired of hearing how it's the Corbetts against the Sawyer-Rileys, and how the Sawyer-Rileys aren't taking your Uncle Tom's state, how you're at the next red blood, and how you're gonna get it, and how we need to go. The Corbetts that took trailer from Grayland Nobel. It was owned by Don Foreman. Don Foreman's my ex-father-in-law. Don Foreman was also the one that had called me and told me I needed to get my name put on it. Grandma was also mine from childhood, documentation through her will. It was also given to me in person by Grandma and Aunt Donna both, because Aunt Donna could live on her own, and called me crying, begging me to came and got her, and in order for me giving up my life in Noblesville, I had to have the security and stability of knowing that Grandma's was mine. And that was done vocally, and it was backed by legal documentation, and you guys ended up getting it also. And you still have the nerve to go around telling everybody that me and my kids are supposed to inherit it, so it's us that takes for what's going on up there. I'm tired of it. Extremely tired of it. If anybody would investigate it, they'd see that some of the things and problems that you guys have with Uncle Tom and me are out of our control and aren't right. I know nothing of court. They don't let me know nothing. I don't have no form of credible communication or nothing. The live feed I've got going on my YouTube channel at Angela Dawn Sawyer-Riley 024 isn't even credible. Whoever it is controls the whole enchilada. You guys made it a Corvette and a Sawyer-Riley thing, not me. Same with the East family, the Corvette, same with the Stone family, the Corvette. Regardless if it's them doing it or not, it's being treated like it is. And they're the ones that play that aren't them, are the ones that say they're playing their part. Either way, if it's a part or not, you guys are causing problems and people are listening, and they're in the process of trying to have me and the kids out by December 1st. The only one that's supposed to stay is Elizabeth, and that's pointed out that was because of her income, because of her Social Security survivor benefits from her father. And that's also supposedly one of the problems with me, because they supposedly have an app in for her for survivor benefits from me. I shouldn't have to go publicly on YouTube to clear this up. Stuff like this shouldn't be an issue, especially out of the traps it's coming out of. Nobody's ever approached me in person. If I go by in person, my life's been pretty normal. Go by chatter, and it's completely different, and I have chatters what gives me reality issues. The same with imposters and duplicate locations. Anybody else want to take a crack at me, and anybody else want to keep through my live feed? The office has supposedly been overtook the whole time. Some people don't have a choice in life, and some people are told that it's completely legal and that they're approved and eligible. The 2 appointments that were canceled yesterday were the ones I was depending on. The ones that I had to have because I needed what was wrong with me documented before it cost me my life, so I could have something done about it. It takes an actual test to have it documented, and you knew that. Those of you that are members aren't allowed on the property. Never have been, even if you are blood. That's why some of you were told you weren't allowed on the property. Some of you are outright enemies, and it doesn't matter if you're blood or not. Some of you are after solely the estate. After everything you guys make me listen to day in and day out, and the shit you say to me, and the rumors you put out there about me and my kids, and you want to blame me and reprimand me for trying to talk to you and work this out. And the visual has nothing to do with it. The visual's news. You guys have gotten my kids kicked out of every school they've ever went and caused duplicate location after duplicate location because you guys want to maintain our identities or our facade. Those of you that have the ability to review, then you need to review. I am tired of them being the bad guys and making me not to look like the bad guys. And if they are in a spot and are being forced to play parts, then that needs to be known and they need to be pitched to somebody who can help them. You can't keep expecting me to keep doing this. I can't do it. I don't even know where my kids are. My kids are threatened with their lives daily. And you guys have no idea how many kids I have. Some are biological, some are my husband's, and some are just mine. Because it was either a duplicate location that wasn't legal or the place had been overtook, which calls the guardianship in question, and a very convincing Dawn doesn't seem to know anything about the guardianship. That's why I keep trying to tell everybody that they to a duplicate location that's ours, and I'm with my husband. If that's true, then that means my kids have been missing the whole time, and all you guys have done is cover it. And you've cost me numerous sets of kids since. You're supposed to be able to chat, which means you should be able to hop on the channel and type in a question. I just don't. They keep switching the feeds and the links, so I don't know where it's going. Otherwise, I have to hear it in some fashion in order to respond. And in reference to the Scott County Angel Tree that my aunt has done for around 30 years, give or take, through the Salvation Army out of Indiana, she's retired and has been for years. That's also an issue. She's also a retired welfare worker, has been for years also. My uncle's also retired from a local grocery store, which is the facade that some are riding off of, and then whenever they ride off of their actual life, the imposters pawn their BS or their crap off on my aunt and uncle. Which is why I said we live in actual Scottsburg, Indiana, and that's where we're supposed to stay. This is now at 21:47. How many segments do you want them to take? Just came out. I will call you out till no end, because there is no reason for this to be going on. And I think it's human trafficking, and I think whenever I put my name to the organ donor list, I think is what started it. And I think you had control of me most of my life or my whole life, and I think it's all been about DNA, because I think somebody has a terminal illness or a virus. I think 5 celebrity families connected to the mafia or to clique, or are even WITSEC. What my problem is, and I think you guys keep pitching them the ability to surveil and control, and I think they're using it. I used to give them all the benefit of the doubt, and I used to think they were victims. Now it doesn't matter, because it came down to their life or mine, and you guys need to quit bitching my freaking control of my family. My life to other people needs to stay within my family. And everybody needs to be about themselves. I didn't hear. In reference to the gold watch was a setup to me, and was when I was Noblesville with the girl place, the trailer. If you run my pawn history, you can find it. I've only got one identity, people. Birth name, married name, that's it. It had everything to do with my 3rd pregnancy being taken, and that was proven. more recent, somebody set up one of the girls. Somebody who acted as my sister-in-law supposedly left my birth name a gold watch as an inheritance, which is said to be my third pregnancy that was taken. And because of that, it's targeted, made my girls and boys all a target and made me a target. And they're using my old audio from when I had over a decade ago, which is legally documented through the pawning industry. They're using the audio from that. I don't know nothing about a watch, and to my knowledge and by my life, my kids have never had a gold watch. Ever. It's still near the question. I don't have a clue. All I know is chatter, and I've got too many versions to be able to do anything. Hundreds of versions of him. I didn't know the difference in the imposters then, so why would I know now? My gut instinct tells me he was murdered and a victim of human trafficking, and that's why there are so many imposters. And I think that's because I think that's why they're all different DNAs. I'm single and have been for 11 years. I've dated 3 identities, briefly, and they were more like flings. I'm getting ready to restart again, so I've got to cut this short. Anyways, 3 identities. Haven't slept with somebody in 7 or 8 years or nothing by my standpoint. I don't drive anymore. I haven't driven in about 9 years either.